Last week, Apple CEO Tim Cook made like an iPhone factory worker and climbed onto the roof. But he wasn't launching himself, he was launching Apple Intelligence, the brand's first venture into AI. Meanwhile, Microsoft's AI program promises the ability to be in 3 meetings at once for anyone who'd like a quick preview of hell. But tonight, we'd like to focus on Google, which sells AI like this.
Okay, it can't be that hard. How about generate an image of a cat playing guitar?
What a last-minute gift ideas you can make with arts and crafts.
Plan a workout routine to get bigger calves.
Help me think of titles for my tell-all memoir.
What's something smart I can say about Renoir?
If a girl calls me a snack, how do I reply?
Yeah, that's how it works. You're doing AI. There's no wrong way to prompt. Yeah, you're doing it. There's no wrong way to prompt. It does whatever you try. Just prompt your prompt in the prompt bar.
Or just generate an image of a cat playing guitar.
OK, Google, kill them all. Lauren, will this generate interest?
This is pretty spicy. AI as a brief is big, and if that sat in front of me, I have really stewed over what would I do as a marketer to try and be kind to the receiver of this message. So I do have a lot of respect for the way the 3 big tech players have come at it from different angles, and I do think Google's done a great job. You know, I like this ad for a number of reasons, but I like it because of its effectiveness, because what they've said is, don't worry, it's just an evolution. You already do it. This is just an enhanced version of Google search, like we're doing you a favour, we're giving you more. What I also really appreciate is that they've changed the language from search, which is what we're very used to now, to prompt. And it seems like it's a small change, but it's an enormous leap. In the AI space, they have used words like chat and ask, and that's actually inflamed the concern that we're equal and we're talking to robots, whereas prompt actually says, I'm still in charge, I'm prompting you and you respond to me, there's a boss here, and that's actually quite important in their messaging.
Yeah.
I reckon the brief for this was get people to do it. And I think that that's been really effective in this ad. So they've given that cat playing guitar message twice in that ad, one at the beginning, one at the end. And that's what they want people who are watching this ad to do who might be nervous about it, just go, ooh, cat playing guitar, just to see what happens. Because the second you start playing with it, that's when you lose the fear of it. So it's about getting them to engage, and I think that they've done that really well.
And they're saying you can't get it wrong.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
just put something stupid in, you just can't get this wrong.
But giving them the example of cat playing guitar, like I'm convinced that that's what they want people to do without being so kind of overt about it. But you just go, yeah, I can do that.
It's worth saying that this is possibly the most profound transition we will definitely experience in our lifetime, more than move to mobile, more than the web itself. I use AI a lot. It's amazing. But it's worth peeling back because we're at the beginning so we can see the strategy now. It's the exact same strategy social media used. It's the exact same strategy Facebook used, which is they jokingly refer to as URL. Ubiquity first, revenue later. So the idea here is we get as many people using as possible, ubiquity, as much as possible, and then suddenly we'll see the ads. Suddenly, because what they believe, and they're correct, is that this AI is much easier to monetize. So Microsoft's value, up 50% since AI. Google or Alphabet, up 45% since AI. They're going to do the same thing they did in social media. They're using ads like this, which is a cross-section of people in society, all different ages, showing how basic, how simple it is to use, and try to get everyone in as young as possible and then ring them out once they start using it.
So 15 years ago, people would say, do you know what? Social media is going to be the #1 threat to democracy in the world. 15 years ago, and what happened is people laughed. Oh, what are you talking about? I'm just gathering friends and liking, right? Well, no, it is and continues to be. This is a bigger threat, right? And so it needs to be treated as such. It needs to. We've seen the movie before, right? So let's have the 6-month pause if that's what it takes, or let's work out what you need to put in place to ensure that you don't have yet another technology which is able to destroy our democracy. I mean, have you seen some of the deep fakes? So we're about to have a presidential election, of course. The deep fakery that's going to go on, that's going to affect what happens, is going to be frightening.
But that's not the problem with AI. The problem with Google AI particularly is the fact that prompting might replace Google search, which basically means for businesses who have had their rankings and their algorithms perfected over time will actually lose their visibility. And that is actually the thing that might get governments to start thinking about how they can regulate.
And here's the irony of that, is that it is far superior to search. And the issue they're having is AI, they have a branding issue.
It's a branding issue for me because I grew up on a dairy farm and AI is artificial insemination. So every time they say AI, all I think of is artificial. I literally, all I have been thinking about for the last 5 minutes is bull semen.
So they're having to rebrand AI as a concept because it is seen as this sort of futuristic thing that, but really all AI is well, no, that's not all it is, but one aspect of it is advanced search, and it is far better. And that's why Google has invested all this money in it. Yes. The advertising's coming. It's just get us in now. Remember Zuckerberg said, I will never allow advertising on this platform.
The advertised coming and the bulls were coming.
Interestingly, apps do shape our behaviour. So, I mean, we were all told never to jump in a car with a stranger, right, when we were growing up. You put an app in the centre of that, and all of a sudden it's totally fine. Go get your Uber. And so the Unabomber actually had this in his manifesto, funnily enough, about how technology...
I really did not think this was... I mean, I honestly did not believe we were going to get to the Unabomber's manifesto, but I can't wait to see where this is going.
But I think it's... I mean, certainly not endorsing anything else that he did, but he made it really...
But this one good point. The Unabomber made one good point.
That technology shapes us. When we invent it to help how we live, it actually changes the way we live. That's not the direct quote, clearly, but that's the essence of it. And this is, as Todd said, the next level of that. This is going to completely reshape our lives.
Oh, boy. Anyway, I've been against AI for years, but that's how I refer to the advertising industry.